Yes, there are comic talks, but no, I can't leave you guys hanging. We're talking about Nightfall. We have to keep going. It's just we haven't even gotten to the climax. We're just going through the story, guys. So I'm gonna pull the images from the 25th anniversary version online because it puts them in order, makes it a little bit faster. Because I'm not gonna touch on spoilers and stuff like that. I want you to I'm going to give you enough of the high points, hopefully, that you'd want to go read it and want to enjoy it. And you guys can tell me about some of your favorite moments or villains and things like that. So if you remember where we left off, and that is basically Bane blew the wall, man. Arkham is open and everyone is free. So, and that's kind of how it starts off. It starts off with this image on the inside. So you're only a page or two in, and it's Batman and Robin looking at the screen where everyone is out, all of them and more, running free in the dark, heavily armed, terminally dangerous. Not good, Robin says. But who did this to me? Who broke them out of Arkham? So you've got Tweedledum, Tweedledee, Riddler, Cornelius Stirk, you got Zaz, Ventriloquist, Two-Face, Joker, Mad Hatter, Film Freak, Poison Ivy, Killer Croc, Maxie Zeus, Amygdala, Scarecrow. This is Bliss's Black Mask, Destiny. It just keeps going. Everyone's out. Everyone's out. So that's what this is where it picks up here. So part one looks like this. This is what part one looks like. You can see the little symbol here, Nightfall with the one and the bat symbol. This is Batman 492. There are multiple printings of this book. So if you want one to read, you can go to a trade or you can go to one of the other printings or go to a beat up reader copy. If you want one to collect or invest in or something like that, make sure you're getting one that is worth your time and investment because there are multiple printings and versions of this book. Kelly Jones. Oh man, look at that cover art by Kelly Jones. You're going to find that we have a love for Kelly Jones for a reason. So yeah, that's how it started. Mad Hatter here, and then this is them going on the hunt. And so the issue at hand is, what do you do? Where do you begin? So Hatter is up first, and by the way, this is important. The subtext, right? So Bane uses this guy, this Birdman guy, and this Falcon, this bird, to kind of look out. So he's kind of keeping his finger on what's going on. Here's Mad Hatter. This is them racing around. And this is this is Bullock and Montoya. I know we may have talked about this a little bit before, but I wanted you to kind of get a good feel for, kind of what's going on in the grand scheme of things, because I think it's very interesting to know, who's out. Look at all the names on the wall, right? And basically you end up with this whole basically like a constant scurrying around while look at Bane watching. Bane is monitoring the news. Okay, so here he's monitoring with his mask on. He's hooked up, right? He's following this. And this is one of these, and you've seen it in different movies. This is the criminally insane apologist. Like, we should all know that Batman is the problem. Batman is the problem, right? Okay, so this is Robin lecturing him about, they're back and forth about, you're not in a good place. I don't need you to do anything crazy, that kind of stuff, right? So Mad Hatter, that's how it's going to start. And there's Bane. They're getting a little clue, the electronic device, that kind of thing. So that showdown's happening before Bane juices up. You see him juicing up, Venom up, right? And then Bane pops in, starts smacking people around. Guns are going. Craziness is happening. And you're like, what is going on in this book? Where is Mad Hatter? Where is Bane? So this is part of the chaos they want you to have. They want you to be a little bit of the confusion as everyone else is, right? So Bane's killing people. Bane is actually taking care of things. So Batman and Robin realize that it's not going well, right? Then it goes right into this episode, this issue, when you see number 2. This is back in Detective. So this is a Kelly Jones cover again, of course. This is actually so you see them running from the asylum. They see them running. This is Chuck Dixon's book. So they're running from the asylum. This is actually Maxie Zeus, right? He's running and he runs right into a tree, which is a little goofy, right? Here's Ventriloquist. Ventriloquist pulls off a sock and creates Sacco. So he's talking with Sacco, and then Amygdala is just like his friend, this giant guy. They call you Amygdala, don't you? They do not. So Ventriloquist and Sacco and Amygdala go walking off together. So that's how this issue plays out. Batman is already having a hard time sort of keeping everything straight, like how Batman is deteriorating. This, and again, it's juxtaposed against the apologist. There's the spy with the Falcon. And then you have this big battle with Sacco. Because Sacco's and the ventriloquist, they're looking for Scarface. They're looking for the actual puppet. And Amygdala is Amygdala is like this to Kate crazy. So that's what basically ensues. It's just absolute crazy. Look at this great shot of the ventriloquist having a Sacco drink from the straw while Amygdala is just pummeling people in the background, covered in blood and all sorts of shenanigans before Batman shows up with Robin. Right? And Robin, he's figuring out the Falcon situation, right? The Birdman guy. So Batman's en route. He's going after the ventriloquist. Really, he doesn't realize that he's in the middle of this big throwdown with Amygdala. And Robin takes on the Falcon. Okay? So the important thing to keep in mind here, too, is each issue is moving you further along, too. Batman is victorious, but look at Batman, how weak he is. See, now get him while he's weak. No, he's still dangerous. Help me find Scarface. I say we kill him. Scarface will know what to do. So, it's back and forth before you get to issue number 3, where now you're with Zaz. And again, along the way, this is called Red Slash. You end up with a situation here where Batman is not always saving people. Like the death toll keeps rising as he goes. He's never quite got it together. Here is Bane watching the news without his mask on, right? And then, of course, Zaz, and then how that plays out. We talk about that not always working, right? Working in Batman's favor. Look at the action sequence. Look at all the shards of glass, the details in the glass, right? And, of course, Batman not being able to save everyone. Anyone that dies, and Batman's losing it. Like he's just a mess. So the police come in, they catch him, just losing it, and he's the Falcons. The Birdman guy's watching. Goes, it's over, Bane. Cops are bringing Zaz out. The Batman did it again, but this time he looks whipped. Okay, missed it by inches. But wherever my grave is, someone's standing on it, waiting on it, and stomping the hell out of it. Someone named Bane. Next up, Killer Croc. Yep. Back to Detective, Killer Croc. So, if you remember the last time we saw Killer, by the way, Sam Keith does this cover. So, if you remember Sam Keith from the Max series, he did Max. So, in this series, if you remember Croc is got broken arms from Bane. So, his arms, these are casts. And he's basically resorted to eating rats again. And Bane is getting the update from the Birdman. And Robin, of course, is following all that. And Batman is barely hanging on. Okay? There's Sacco, of course, still at large. Ventriloquist is still at large. And you basically end with this throwdown where Robin is tailing Bane, not realizing that Bane is onto him. Okay? And then it puts Bane against Robin, who has him in this over this little bridge where the water is. And ultimately, it involves Killer Croc. Right? So you have Robin, Bane, Killer Croc, total chaos breaking out. Bane taking on Killer Croc, to thrash him some more. As Robin, look at that, just Bane biting or tearing into Killer Croc is nuts. Look at that. Okay? And then it kind of goes on from there. So let me go over to the next thing. I don't know if you guys are as excited about this as I am. All I can tell you is it doesn't let up. It's all about adrenaline. It's all about wearing Batman down. It's about destroying who he is. So think about what we've already gone through, the lives that have been lost, the injuries that Batman has entailed. There's a quick line about who's still out there, right? And this Kelly Jones cover, oh my gosh, $4.94. Oh, look at this. With a scarecrow. Look at the scarecrow. Joker, scarecrow. Yep, that's what we're going to get. So the last issue ends with Robin going over. He's going to make it. That's fine. But you end up with the Joker now. Batman, look at Bruce. Bruce is he's in a robe. He's distant appointments. They're going after Gordon. We're not able to hold things together. Robin and Batman are at odds with poor Alfred in the middle. They kind of know everything is falling apart. They understand that's happening, but it doesn't stop the fact that it's happening. It does keep unraveling. Batman, little by little, he's more injured. He's fatigued. There's no end in sight. This is them working on the mask in the fight. The Venom hookups to Bane's mask. And you end up with the Scarecrow using a fear gas, and you end up with the Joker involved. And this is like a multi-part issue where you end up with multiple issues with this. Look at that. Look at that art, though. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So I'm gonna stop there because it kind of continues with a second parter with this whole thing. But just imagine where we're at, where in real time, day after day after day, Batman is like this person, this person, this person, this person, and at the end of the day, there's still a whole list that are still out there, plus Bane, right? So that's what's happening. Knightfall is not about Bane as some thug who just broke into the Batcave and snapped Batman's bat. And people have that wrong. The movie misconstrued who Bane is and made him like a sidekick or something, or a hired muscle. That was dumb. And then in Dark Knight Rises, first off, they didn't make him Spanish if he's going to talk like that. And then the mask was like this weird filter thing instead of just the regular mask. Just Bane is a really interesting character. And if you can understand this is 30 years later, and we are still talking about the greatness of this story because it is so dynamic and interesting and complicated with all these different villains, all these different conflicts and things like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the retrospective. I hope it makes you want to think about whether or not you've ever read it or not. If you have a favorite issue or favorite character, favorite villain you want to see him face off against, those kinds of things. That's where we're at. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pops.